Taking you on a little journey back in time. And the first stop on that journey is 25 years ago. So let's say this day 25 years ago, 127 12-year-olds were coming to the end of their first year in Malone College. Are any of you here this evening? Yeah? Brilliant. So that group had a very unique first year of second level education. You were the only pupils in school, because every new integrated school starts with year 8s only. So they had a year of being the only pupils in the school, which I'm sure led to great relationships with a relatively small group of teachers. They weren't here. They were in mobile classrooms in Oakwood Primary School in Derryaghy. Fair to say that the facilities were quite basic, is that right? Is that how you remember it? Do you remember the IT classroom? Yeah, it was a bus that came from Antrim once a week, I think, for with what were then very modern state-of-the-art computers, or we were told they were, maybe they weren't. There was no sports facilities, obviously, no canteen. But that said, I think it would have been a pretty special experience for all of you. So if we go back a year before that, that group were coming to the end of their primary education. They were in P7 and getting ready to transfer to a new school. What they actually had to do was turn down places in other schools so that they could say, we are going to Malone College. Malone College didn't exist. It was a dream. There was a lot of work going into making it exist, but there was nothing. So those families made an incredibly brave decision to say, we believe this is happening. We trust the people who promised us it's happening. Can you imagine how stressful that was for us? The 3 people at the table will remember that. But we never doubted, because we kind of did all the things you had to do. It was as simple as that. We figured it out, we did the work, and we were lucky to have a very supportive bunch of parents, and also brave teachers and a brave principal, Mr. Leonard, who were willing to leave jobs to come and work in a school that wasn't there. So that's a hard thing to imagine, but that's what happened. So going a bit further back, how did that happen? Well, basically a bunch of parents, ordinary people, got together in 1995 and said, we want an integrated second level school in South or West Belfast. There's every other kind of school in this area, but we want something different for our kids. Did we know what we were doing? Absolutely not. We hadn't a clue, but we learned fast. And with the help of the Northern Ireland Council for Integrated Education and the Integrated Education Fund, who are represented here this evening, that's Paul with the camera, we figured it out and we worked really hard. So there were 3 things we had to do. Find about 120 pupils. We actually started with, as I said, 127 or something. Ensure not just numbers, but good religious balance, and also find a site. We'd no bother with the first 2, but we ran into massive problems with securing this site, which was why it kind of all fell apart for a while, but then came back together beautifully. So, chatting to Giselle, Sarah Jane and Sharon this evening, and we haven't met as a group for ages, we were just saying, how did we do it? We did it because we believed it was a really good thing to be doing, and we did it in a way that we are still proud of. We did not criticise any other schools. We did not criticise parents' choices to send their children to other schools. That wasn't how we did things. And as I see Seamus Leonard nodding, Seamus used to say the Malone way, and I think the Malone way was starting to be hatched even before we had the name Malone, or the place. So it never felt like a battle or a struggle or a fight. That wasn't a language or a way that we wanted to be. Despite the setbacks, we got there. But we think we did it with integrity and good reputation. And that was really important for the school then to find its place in the educational landscape and sit among the other schools as an equal partner. So I have gone way over 5 minutes, haven't I? Yeah. Okay. There's a lot to be said and I could say more, but I'm going to finish now and say that that's an important but also just a small part of the history of Malone College. The real story is in everything that happened in the subsequent 25 years, and everything that has been done to make Malone the impactful school it has become. And